Before the first light touches the Alpine peaks, a city stirs. Milan, Italy's northern gateway, prepares to welcome the world. In the silence of dawn, centuries of ambition and artistry reveal themselves in stone and glass. The Duomo di Milano took 6 centuries to complete. 135 spires reach toward heaven, each crowned with a saint watching over the city. In morning light, this mountain of marble becomes a living thing, breathing with the rhythm of the sun. From the streets below, the Duomo appears as a single monument. But from above, it reveals its true nature, a city unto itself, carved from a single mountain's worth of marble. 3,000 statues keep silent vigil over Milan. The Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II was the world's first shopping mall. Built to connect the Duomo to La Scala, it became a temple to Milanese elegance. Iron and glass soar above mosaic floors, where the boot of progress still spins for fortune. At the heart of Milan stands a castle that has survived foreign armies, popular revolts, and the ambitions of despots. Castello Sforzesco has transformed from fortress to museum, its red brick walls now guarding only the genius of Leonardo and Michelangelo. The Nivili canals once carried the marble for the Duomo from Alpine quarries. Now these waterways carry only reflections and memories. In the blue hour between night and day, the canals remember when Milan was a port city. Milan refuses to live in its past. In the Porta Nuova district, towers of glass and steel declare the city's ambitions for the future. Forests grow from skyscraper balconies, and the Alps themselves watch with ancient patience. La Scala has echoed with every great voice since 1778. Within these walls, Verdi first conquered the world. The red velvet and gold leaf speak of a city that understood beauty as both luxury and necessity. Before Rome built its Colosseum, Verona carved its arena from pink limestone. 2,000 years later, the structure remains, hosting opera under stars instead of spectacles of blood. The stone seats remember everything. Shakespeare set his tragedy here, in streets that curl like handwritten letters between medieval towers. Verona wears its romantic reputation lightly, knowing that real love stories walk these cobblestones daily, unscripted and unrehearsed. The Adige loops through Verona like a protective embrace. Its waters have witnessed Roman legions, medieval merchants, and Austrian emperors. In winter, the river runs dark and swift, carrying alpine snowmelt toward the distant Adriatic. Verona's churches hold treasures that would be national monuments elsewhere. Here, they are merely parish properties, their Romanesque facades opening onto Titian and Pisanello as casually as corner grocers. The highway climbs north from the Venetian plain toward the Dolomites. Each tunnel emerges into different light, different weather, a different world. The mountains grow from distant sketches into overwhelming presence. The railways conquered these mountains in the age of steam, boring through granite and spanning chasms on viaducts of stone. Today's trains follow those same paths, carrying passengers through landscapes their ancestors reached only on foot. The Pusteria Valley channels westward winds from Austria into Italy. Here, cultures meet and blend. German church spires rise beside Italian piazzas, and menus offer strudel alongside pasta. The mountains do not recognize borders. The road leaves gentle valleys and enters another realm entirely. The Dolomites rise not as mountains, but as monuments, their pale towers and walls carved by forces older than memory. These are not merely large hills, these are the bones of the earth. Cortina d'Ampezzo nestles in an amphitheater of impossible peaks.
Since the 1956 Winter Olympics, this village has represented the pinnacle of alpine elegance. Money speaks quietly here, in cashmere rather than neon.
The mountains surrounding Cortina have names like characters in legend. The Tofane stand to the west, the Cristallo to the north, the Serapis to the east. Each face changes hourly as the sun traces its winter arc.
Cortina hosted the Winter Olympics in 1956. The venues remain, updated yet recognizable, awaiting their return to glory. The ski jumps, the bobsled track, the skating rink, each structure tells stories of triumph and heartbreak frozen in time.
Beyond the village, the mountains offer a silence so profound it has weight. In clearings between ancient forests, only the sound of snow settling and distant avalanches breaks the stillness. Here, time moves at geological pace. The ski slopes of Cortina have tested champions for generations. Now new facilities join the legendary runs. When the Olympic flame returns, these mountains will once again separate the exceptional from the merely excellent.
Bormio knew winter sports before winter sports had a name. For 2,000 years, travelers have climbed these valleys seeking the waters that rise hot from the mountain's heart. Today's Olympians will follow paths worn by Roman senators. The Pista Stelvio plunges 3.5 kilometers down the mountain face. For decades, this slope has served as the ultimate test of downhill courage. Every meter gained in speed requires exponential nerves to control. Livigno sits so high and so remote that it earned duty-free status centuries ago. The valley floor rests at 1,816 meters, higher than many peaks elsewhere. Here, the snow comes early and stays late, and the air carries only the scent of pine. Livigno transforms for the Olympics. New venues rise beside traditional chalets, temporary structures designed to host the world and then vanish, leaving only memories and the unchanged mountains. Anterselva hides in the mountains near the Austrian border, a valley so remote that winter arrives earlier and stays longer than anywhere else in Italy. Here, silence is not an absence, but a presence. The Südtirol Arena stands among the world's finest biathlon venues. Here, athletes must master both the endurance of cross-country skiing and the precision of rifle shooting. The combination demands impossible focus. The cross-country terrain surrounding Anterselva offers perfect conditions for the endurance sports of the Winter Olympics. Rolling terrain, high altitude, and guaranteed snow create a natural stadium for human perseverance. Beyond the competition venues, nature continues its ancient patterns. Deer descend from high meadows seeking winter browse. Birds of prey circle above frozen streams. The Olympics will pass. These mountains will remain. Alpine cuisine transforms necessity into art. For centuries, mountain communities preserved the bounty of summer harvests against winter's scarcity. Today, these techniques remain, connecting each meal to generations of survival and celebration. When the medals have been awarded and the athletes have departed, the mountains will continue their ancient watches. The Dolomites were old before humanity learnt to walk upright. They will be old still when our great-grandchildren's grandchildren look up in wonder.